PowerPoint, right?
Uh-huh.
Obviously, I can't explain it to you guys without you guys being able to see the PowerPoint. So, what I was thinking about doing was just sharing it with you guys, and like, we'd kind of do like an unofficial PowerPoint. So like, anytime I'd say like next slide, we'd all move, at once.
Why don't you just have us all go on Zoom and then you could share screen?
That sounds so lame, though.
Go to Discord
It
then
really
and do the
doesn't
same thing.
though, but it's kind of the easiest way.
Alright.
Or you could do it over Discord as well. The
Yeah.
Discord does the.
Or just send it if you want to do that. That's cool too.
If you want,
I really
send
wanted
it.
you to do the freaking.
just send it and I'll send it. I'll open it up on Discord
Okay.
and everyone just joined in.
Allow
Gotta
flights
turn
to
on the
access your
computer
contacts.
now.
Sure.
Alright, give me a moment.
Wait, share it? Oh no, I'm not trying to share. I'm trying to
Blue or black? It's blue. It's really dark.
send a link. There we go.
If it is Emily. No, it looks black.
What the heck are you? Oh, bro, I swear I thought you were an alien.
It's gonna be black in the store.
Excuse me?
Look at his profile.
I changed my new profile pic. I changed my profile pic.
That's not a green
Freaking
alien.
alien.
Oh.
It's like this one. So.
Is it not rubbing anymore?
Alright.
Wow.
This should send a link to my presentation. What?
Alright. Hold on.
Alright, I
Water
have
bottle right there. Don't say once you see it, Gilbert, or if anyone who opens it, don't say the name of it just yet.
I already opened. Oh, access denied. Request access.
Access denied.
Yeah.
Access denied.
Okay, the reason why is because you need to go inside your email. Unless you want to, inside your wherever you want to share it, you have to click share with anyone. It's not restricted.
All you have to do is give me access, and everybody just join the Discord call.
Yeah, okay. It said link sharing was turned off. I don't know why it'd give me the access to share the link if link sharing was off. But alright, let me send another one. I'll delete the first one.
Oh, you could have just gave me access since everyone was gonna join it. Everyone was gonna see it.
Let him do what he's gotta do, Gilbert.
Sorry.
Is there like a certain amount of
Look,
time
man,
you're supposed to hold
why do you
someone to
suggest
turn into
after I
steam?
say what I'm gonna do instead of like before?
Oh, hold on.
Where's the last guy? Where's the last guy?
No,
It's over
oh
here.
shoot.
It's over here.
There you
Oh
go.
no. Come on.
There
There he is. Catch him. Oh. That's too
Who is
close.
dying? Who is actually
This
dying?
man got excited that we killed the last dude.
Emily's also
I inhaled
dying.
and my spit just went down
Emily,
my
are you
throat, bro.
okay?
What happened?
I was like, there he is, and like, I just inhaled.
It's a pretty good slide.
That's really
Oh
good.
my
I would love to hear your explanation after it though. I would.
Oh, no,
Alright,
you
wait,
got
so
it.
how are we
I
gonna do
have
this?
to,
Everybody
yes.
gonna have it open, or do you guys gonna join the Discord?
I mean, we could
Wait,
just
then
have it
wait,
open
wait,
and then
hold
all
on.
continue at once.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We could do that.
Hold on, Bubs. Hold on.
I mean, I was able to open it. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's good.
You guys know how to view mode it, right?
Yeah.
Like enable the actual slideshow.
I'll check it right now because I am still in the game. Or we're still in the game. It's just...
Like, we'll go through this at once. We'll take it slow.
No! Gotta be kidding me.
A lot of space here. Beezus, what are you doing, man? I think
I'm
this
trying
has
to
to
make
be a
this
joke.
quick.
Come on, come on, come on.
Go! Oh shoot.
Love to see it.
Oh,
Did you
see this?
Was that Beavis? Was that lower than
Wow, bro really took Beezus' place, huh?
I showed y'all the way and then y'all looking left me.
Alright.
Nah,
Here
bro.
we go.
We went a different way. I didn't go that way. I went with everyone else.
Gilbert, did you see it? Yeah.
Alright, we're on the last game. Right?
Yes, we're on the last.
Please
These are
don't.
good ones.
Please don't spoil all of the rest of them. But
Oh my god.
it's. Let me see. How
Oh
long
my
is this?
god.
You'll give me yourself on the Discord chat box.
Oh, I thought I left.
It is basically a 30 slide presentation.
Yeah.
It's pretty long.
Oh
Pretty
shoot,
extensive.
it is.
Alright.
It's all good.
It is, yeah.
Alright.
So just let me know when everyone is on the same page, and then we'll move forward.
Oh my lord.
Test.
I got you.
Bro, you guys better not be going ahead.
Oh shoot,
Yeah,
I'll
as
go
you can
back.
tell.
I'll go back.
Bro.
I was just looking at like.
I looked at
I'll
the
wait.
first few. I'll say that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, alright. I'm at the main screen. I'm waiting for everybody now.
All right.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
it's so. Sorry, bro.
No, y'all thought I was dead, huh? Y'all thought
I thought you were gonna die, bro. I still thought that guy gave you a little emote.
Poggers, bro.
Shut up, dude.
We gotta see who's gonna win this little turnaround thingy, bro. Oh shoot.
Go to sleep.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh, I jumped kind of early for that one. Risky business. Wow, this dude bumped me. I appreciate that.
Wait, is this the last? No!
This is the last one.
Take it as Andrew just died.
You gotta eat it up, bro. The slushie is down. I repeat, the slushie is down.
is down.
Come on, guys, we have a 50% chance one of you guys wins this. Oh, no, wait.
That's not the accurate percentage, but
50% chance that one of you wins this.
It's about a 50% chance, like a 45% chance at this point. Nope. What?
how did that guy come back?
I know, how did that Triceratops come back? What?
No, he's gone, bro.
He's gone now. Still, now it's a 50% chance. Here we go.
I should have died for that one. I'm dead.
Why is-
Yeah, I didn't jump. Alright, cool. I got
Oh.
dead, bro. You got this.
Oh!
You hate to
I
see
jumped
it.
too early. Oh my goodness.
Alright, let's see this.
Alright,
I was
we'll
so
talk.
close to winning.
Bring it up.
Sad day.
Which one of my friends?
And here I thought I was good at jumping.
So I will say this took me a pretty good amount of time. It took me until basically once I asked you guys for those pictures, all the way until like I hopped on it.
Okay.
So like a good 2.5, almost 3 hours, I think.
What is this based on? Is there a works cited page?
You'll see right now. You'll see. I'm just waiting for everyone. Let me know once everyone is at the page.
I am at the title page.
I'm at the title page as well.
All right.
Alright. Hold on, let's see this guy. And alright, we're good. Whenever you're ready.
Alright. Waiting for Beavis and Barone to give confirmation.
I'm here.
Beavis.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go pray, so.
Bruh.
Bruh moment.
Dang, almost.
Bruh moment me.
Okay, but like, you don't have to go pray right now, bro. Besides, we gotta see the whole entire PowerPoint. Unless, I don't know, Angel, do you want to wait for Beavis or?
I say we wait for him because if we don't want to start it and then I just think it's better if we wait rather than either having to go back at a later time or anything like that, you know.
Okay. Sounds like more Fall Guys in the meantime.
What do you want now, Diego?
I'll
No,
have it out.
you gotta go to sleep. No.
Hey, I got a crown. Yay.
Sad boy hours.
Alright, so I'll give a little bit of background as to why I was going through this, right? So, we're always every day for the most part is like I try to ask some questions to keep the banter going and keep the conversation alive and whatnot. And I was like, one of the questions I was gonna ask was not exactly this kind of thing, but it was gonna be like very similar to that kind of thing. And so I was like, what would be like our greatest strengths and weaknesses when it came to this kind of thing? And then so I was like, I started kind of listing them down. I'm like, why am I listing them down? I'm just gonna make like a whole, I'll just make a whole PowerPoint turns into like a little project. And then it became more of a meme thing. And I'm like, all right, that's when I asked you guys for the pictures and all that kind of stuff. And I put a pretty good amount of time into it.
I will say, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but one of the pictures for Joel Scroll, you should have used the one where he got slapped.
I was thinking about using that one.
That would have been perfect.
It was pretty tough deciding which pictures to use because there were a lot of good meme pictures, but they were just the way that they were sized just didn't work for to actually like crop it into there. So there were a lot of meme photos I wanted to use that I couldn't. Like the ones for Barones I want to use, it didn't let me put them on there. They didn't fit. So Barones are pretty tame. I think the favorite ones that I had were the ones I used for Anthony. A secret one that I won't spoil right now. I really like the first one I used for Adrian, and then the one I used for Andrew. Those were all really good.
You found one for everyone? I didn't even know you had one for everyone.
I had at least one picture for everyone. There were times where I had to get a little bit creative with the second pictures, but I had at least one for everyone.
Adrian pinned your Google Doc thing.
Who, Adrian?
Yeah.
I was thinking about pinning it. It's so good, dude.
Hopefully it doesn't spoil it.
That's not it.
Let's look through it. I'm gonna pee real quick. Be right back.
Nick's in there. Nick's in here too. I can't believe we have everybody on here.
I got everyone, dude.
No, not in the slides. I mean like online.
Oh.
My favorite slide is number 30.
No way you put Nick in the slides.
I did put Nick in the slides. I put everyone who's in the group chat. I put in there, except for Jamie and Bert. Everyone else is in there.
Who's Jamie?
Jamie is Martinez's cousin. Trash Panda.
You see, I know him as Martinez's cousin. That's it.
Is it Jamie Martinez or Jaime?
It's Jamie.
Okay.
Well, some other people do actually, but then sometimes you call him James.
Okay. Nico B looks so cute. That is Beavis' status. Nico B looks so cute. Was he trying to put looking?
Oh, I can become a pigeon.
I will say for Leo, he never got back to me when I asked him for the pictures, so I had to get a little bit creative for his.
You should have told me. I have pictures of him.
I really wanted the picture of him in the mariachi outfit.
Bro, you should have told me. I freaking have them.
Yeah, you should have told us.
I know that one of you guys sent it recently.
I have them. I did. I sent them.
I looked through the Discord and I couldn't find it.
And then I have the pictures where he's with freaking 02 and Mai.
Dude, I wanted one of those pictures. They were so good, but I could not find them.
Hey, yo, fix it right now though, real quick.
I think the ones I ended up going up with were still pretty good.
Yeah, you should have told me I had pictures of him.
Enjoy.
Why does the shirt looks like the guy just has a really bad sunburn? It's...
Well,
you're mad. I'm back. I don't know how that song goes.
Is Beavis back? Wow.
Beavis is back.
Now y'all may think I'm back, but actually, I'm leaving.
No.
Like I don't got work till 4 p.m. But like I just want y'all not to watch the thing.
If you leave, we're gonna watch it without you.
Hey, that's kind of messed up.
Then you better stay.
Is it on Discord? What are we doing?
It's on Discord. I sent it on
Yes.
Discord.
Oh, I have to go through the
I
slide?
gotta put some elevator music
Yes.
on for this.
You're gonna have to.
Alright.
Basically, I'll just say anytime
oh no,
that
I'm
we're gonna
peeping
change.
the other slides as we speak. How do I full screen this so I don't peep the slides?
Are you on phone? Are you on mobile? Or are you on, like a laptop or something?
Alright,
If you're
I got
if you're
you.
on mobile, there's a little play button that'll
Full
put
screen shot?
in slideshow
That's
mode.
not full screen.
There you guys go. Perfect for this.
What?
Sounds like we're counting down for something though.
Round. What is
Oh, it's still going.
Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
Go on and
Gracias.
come back.
¿Por qué te oyes así, amigo? ¿Por qué no agarras una bebida?
Nope, you're not going. You go lay down.
Is that the song you were talking about?
She tried to be.
Why did it say? I very much did. It was hilarious. My compliments to the chef, man
You know,
underscore
you might
cook.
as well have just made a freaking tier list. My friend,
tier list?
making my friends.
No, it- what
tier
is-
list for
Trust me,
fighting?
once we get into it, you'll see why I couldn't make it a tier list.
All right.
Are you ready?
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready whenever you are.
All right. So, here's my PowerPoint about which of my friends would win in a fight, right? You know, it's an objectively correct analysis of the mental, physical, and spiritual strength and weaknesses of my friends and colleagues.
Beagle is
Like I
reading
said
off the
earlier.
sides, 2 points off.
Look, man, you want me to read or you want me to stumble over every word like a school project?
A second, please.
Alright.
Alright,
Alright, can we
shut up,
stop
shut
with
up,
the
yeah,
earrings so we
shut
can
up,
actually
please.
get through this?
I want to get through
Yes.
this.
Alright, so next slide.
Let's get
Alright.
numbers in.
So what you guys are probably asking, what was the methodology that I used to calculate such a calculated tier list, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, such an objectively true way to measure everyone's weaknesses and strengths. All right. So, you know, as it says right there, you know, this is both an objective and unbiased look at the physiological and psychological pros and cons of my friends and colleagues. Everyone who's in the Discord, minus Bert and Jamie, is in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we created this using the patent-pending REFS system. What does that mean? It's the realistic expectation fight simulator. This is a machine we use to calculate every single scenario that we're gonna go through right now, right? And you see that number right there? 500,000 simulations were created and processed. That's right, we created 500,000 scenarios. Every single scenario you can think of, survival scenarios, Hunger Games scenarios, fights on a rooftop, you know, mini games, straight up Drive to Survive. We got everything in there. Alright, next slide.
Hold on,
Sorry.
before you continue. Can
What's
you
up?
guys turn off the background noise whoever's doing that, please? Thank you.
Bees is probably watching
Continue.
TikTok.
Dang!
I'm watching TikTok. Got a problem with it?
Shut up!
Down in front, you dingus.
Alright, so
I'm in the
next
back.
slide, as you can clearly see, right, the first contestant we have up is my boy Adrian Martinez. Good night. Better known by his internet handle, Martinez. Alright, what are his pros? What are his main strengths, right, in a survival scenario? He's hype as heck, right? He has the audience's favor. When it comes down to it, my boy Martinez is nothing but hype. You see him when we're playing Smash, right? Always going for the flashy plays, always saying "let's go" at the end of every dub. That's his main strength. And if it came down to it in a Hunger Games scenario, he'd be the crowd's champion. He'd be the people's hero. Alright. Second biggest strength, he's innocent and pure. He's an innocent boy, right? You see him when we're playing, when we're playing Among Us. He's always right there with Emily. Emily dies. We don't suspect Martinez. We're like, nah, it was Miguel across the map. He's the last person you suspect to do something harmful to anyone. That's why everyone would trust him without a second thought. Alright, third biggest strength, he will 0 to death you if you let him close. Alright, you know how he is. He's gonna hit you with that down throw, nair, downer, you're spiked, you're gone now. What are you gonna do? It's 0 to death. He's not gonna drop it. You ever see him drop a combo? He doesn't, right? That's why everyone's like, oh, I'm just gonna fight back. You don't fight back against Martinez. You never let him get close to begin with, because once you do, you're gone. It's over. And honestly, his last biggest strength, he's Instagram famous. You see him every night. He's consistent. He's always posting the banger Instagram stories to millions of his followers. That's one of the reasons why he has the audience's favor. It doesn't matter where we're going, he's gonna have the audience backing him up. He's got those Instagram followers. Hit my boy up. Now Martinez, I'm not gonna lie though, you got some weaknesses too. You've talked to us several times in the past about how you have inner anger inside you. If he blows up, we might have the first recorded Super Saiyan on Earth. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, he'd probably kill everyone and win. But the thing is, because the ref would be dead, he'd be disqualified instantly. And I'm gonna have to hold that against you, Martinez. Another one, he fears the items being turned on. We get thrown in, and a baseball bat spawns in the map, it's over. Martinez doesn't know how to play like that. He's done for. Alright, that said though, Martinez does have a 50-50 shot of 2 minutes in just being like, alright guys, I'm heading to bed. So, he might just lose right then and there.
This is true.
Alright, next slide. So, it's because of this, I gotta give Martinez a final score of triple S rank. Wow. You got it locked in, Martinez. Alright. Next slide. We got the second contestant, Gibby Boach Bibson Areola. Now, what do you think of when you think of Boach Bibson Gibby? The wacky plays, right? Almost all the time, when you see my boy Gibby, he's not out there trying to make the optimal play, he's making the wacky plays. But because it's Gibby, they pay off. When we're out there playing Murder Mystery, he killed me. He just shot me in the chest for no reason, but he got it correct that I was a traitor. Those wacky plays will pay off. Another thing, my boy's an ex-target worker. He's got that mental toughness buff to him, right, that you can only get by working at a Target retail store. Having to deal with team leaders, customers, other co-workers has fortified my boy to be resilient when it comes to the mental department. Another thing, he's an actual meme lord. The dude has the N-word pass. You see him every time. He said it more times than anyone, I think. Sure, we have the clip of my boy Adrian saying it, but Gibby says it so often, we don't need a clip. He just says it. And honestly, this makes him a force to be reckoned with. Another thing, Gibby will not hesitate to, as he puts it, pull up on someone. 100% when it comes to pulling the trigger, it's gonna be Gibby holding the gun.
Straight up.
He will make the hard choices that no one else wants to make. Also, the dude can beat a chimp in a trial by combat.
You ever thought that shit was useless back then, bro?
He stated it, and he's reaffirmed it, that he can beat a chimp in a trial by combat, which is something I don't think the other contestants can honestly claim. That said though, my boy Gibby does have an accuracy down debuff. You know,
shit.
When it comes to anything that requires some accuracy, Gibby's gonna have that debuff on him, and it's gonna really handicap him in those precise moments. Another thing that's holding Gibby back, he's not gonna read the rules of the fight. My dude will, you know, honestly, if we're supposed to be driving, the dude's gonna show up walking. If we were told that the fight's gonna be on a rooftop, blunt weapons only, the dude's gonna show up barehanded, and this will hold him back. It will.
Oh lord.
Alright. So that's why, next slide, I gotta give Gibby a final score of 10 out of 10. Good luck to you, brother.
I took the chimp's territory.
This is true.
He became the chimp.
Next slide. So next,
Okay.
we have my boy Tapatio Leo, better known as Tapa Leo, right? So Leo's biggest strength, he's got the mariachi band on speed dial. He's ready. Those boys will back him up. If we're in a gang-related incident, his mariachi's got his back. And honestly, I think that's his trump card. Another thing, he's got 1,000 plus hours in the simulator. What's a simulator, you ask? You already know it's Apex Legends. My dude plays it every day and night. That's his grind, and it's gonna help him in a real-world combat scenario. He's ready for anything. He's been trained by Apex. Alright. He also has many mentors to draw experience and advice from. You're probably asking, what are you talking about? You see all the people he subbed to on YouTube, all those links that he be sending that no one else watches? He's learning. He's learning. Everyone else is ignoring them. He's learning. That's what's gonna earn him the dub. He's a Reddit user. He has unlimited knowledge to draw from. That said though, his biggest downfall, Gibby would probably kill him. Although let's be real here, any of y'all are probably gonna kill Leo. You guys have a bloodlust in your eyes when you hear Leo's name, and honestly, that's what's gonna do him in ultimately. That said, next slide, I gotta give Leo a final score of spicy.
Spicy. You went to get the freaking mariachi model guy.
Next contestant that we have up is Andrew, better known as the guy from the movie Killer Bean. So Andrew, as everyone knows, is a pro Rocket League driver. Right? He's on that grind. He's always driving. If we get a drive to survive scenario, it's going to be Andrew that's up there in first place. It's not going to be the Mario Kart players, right? It's not going to be the guys on Fall Guys. It's going to be Andrew on Rocket League. He can handle the speed, and honestly, that's what's gonna earn him the dub in the long fall. All right. He's also born and raised on a distant planet known as Endor. Right? We know that Ewoks, that's their natural habitat. They have lots of jungles, lots of trees everywhere. And here on Earth, that translates into jungle scenario training. Right? We get dropped into one of these, everyone else is going to be like, where's the water? Where's the stream at? What do I eat? And he's going to be right there eating plants living inside the trees. Also, we know that Andrew will straight shank a Bibba. Right? As evidenced by the millions of people that have been killed by him in Minecraft while he has the Ewok skin equipped. You will not hesitate.
This is true.
How many times have people been walking around only to be ow, and then they turn around and Andrew's standing there with his spear? Countless. Also, my dude has 4 Bible studies, right? You know that that's going to provide a spiritual and mental fortitude boost. The dude is prepped for every single study. And you know, not a lot of people can say that they can handle that kind of thing. But Andrew's right there ready every single week with his studies. That said though, Andrew, I'm sorry brother, but most of the time, when someone dies, it's you. We see you in Among Us, always after every round, once the silence is back up. You're like, why was I the first one to get killed?
This is true.
Sorry, Andrew, but we all know it's true. Also, if we're in a obstacle course scenario and it's Whirly Gig, we know Andrew's gonna be he's gonna lose. He can't handle Whirly Gig.
Whirly Gig is too strong, bro.
That's gonna be your downfall. So it's up to those odds, Andrew, as to whether or not you get Whirly Gig. If it's your first stage, I'm sorry, brother, you're getting sent home early. Next slide. That's why I gotta give Andrew, the guy from Philippines, a final score of platinum. In all of our 500,000 simulations, platinum only showed up once and it was given to Andrew.
This man went and found the Ewok skin.
Next slide.
Alright. No.
We have Baron Boy, aka Barone, up next as the next contestant. Barone, honestly, he's got a natural water affinity. We know he was on the swim team for X amount of years, and honestly, if we get a water-based obstacle course, or maybe even a water-based survival course, Barone's gonna have that natural advantage. Alright. Now, this is from a personal experience of mine, but I have witnessed Barone break a kid's arm because of a mild frustration that he had with said kid.
We talked about this today.
Went over and snapped a kid's arm. You hate to see it, but you understand why you're seeing it. And honestly, I'm not sure that anyone else can say the same. Barone has spent several years in the workforce. This gives him the grit and determination needed to continue onward and earn those dubs. Barone also has accounted to me in a private matter that he always carries a pocket knife with him. He's always prepared for any situation. Right?
Man's always strapped.
He is always strapped. One time his car broke down. We had to take like 5 bags out of his trunk because he's prepared for anything. And honestly, that's an advantage that he has that not many people can say they have. Also, Barone served as a school tutor. You guys know how kids be. He's got that mental fortitude, that patience required to become a school tutor, and I think that'll serve him a long time in a combat scenario. That said though, we know, we've all played Among Us with Barone. We know how the memes be. Barone might just get killed off early even if he's done nothing wrong, just because that's how it be. Also, Barone is white. I don't think I need to, we all know.
The biggest con.
You know, we don't really need to follow up on that. Next slide. That's why, Barone, I think you're earning the gold medal.
I like that he gets the picture of him when Bird said that someone ate his dog.
That is what this picture is. 100%.
Do recall this picture?
I just cropped out some
recall. I actually was gonna send that earlier, but I was like, I don't know, bro.
Go to sleep. Alright, next slide.
Oh no.
As the next contestant, my boy
Miguel, this looks like a mugshot, bro.
Miguel Lito, as he's better known as Bueno. So Miguel, the one thing that we all know about you, you're a tech god. It doesn't matter what it has to do. If it has to do with tech, MacDude's got it covered. He knows everything there is to know. Right? That's honestly your biggest strength. If it doesn't matter what the scenario calls for. If it has to do with tech, Miguel's probably got it in the bag. Also, Miguel has invested a lot of his natural starting points into charisma. The dude, he's charismatic. You can't argue with that. You know, we know about how many fangirls Miguel has. It's he had that natural starting bonus. Also, we know, due to a personal friend of the show, that he has a good voice, a 10 out of 10 voice. And I think that'll help him a lot when it comes to deception, right? Miguel, we already talked about you're a tech god. He can probably hack a person. Although they have no circuits inside them, they have that electronic signal that Miguel can probably crack into if given enough time. I think you might want to watch out for that. Also, Miguel has an all-seeing eye. He spent so much time on the internet browsing different forums. He knows exactly what information to look for, and this has prepped him so that he can never be caught off guard. That said though, Miguel, we know how you have an issue with pirating. We know the authorities are onto you, and should they find out that you're participating, they might catch on, and this will prove to be a disadvantage in the long haul. Also, Miguel, you know, when we're playing Smash, you get lost in the sauce a lot. And I think honestly, you know, when it comes down to that 1v1, if Miguel's not, you know, if he doesn't have his wits about him, he could get lost in the sauce and lose the dub.
That Luigi combo, bro.
Oh man.
Moving on to the next slide, taking all that into account, I think you gotta give my boy Miguel a 100%. You'll love to see it.
100%.
Alright, next slide. So up next, it's the man himself, my boy Beavis, right? So Beavis, you know, everyone always underestimates him. He's always the underdog, right? Everyone's always thinking Beavis, you know, Beavis this, Beavis that, but you never pay attention to how he can whip out a dub last second when no one expects it. My dude, he just has that natural talent. You're winning, and all of a sudden you're like, what the heck, I just lost to Beavis. You know, it be like that sometimes. Also, in the 9th grade, during PE, my dude Beavis broke his nose. He stood up and just walked it off. Granted, he had to go to the nurse right afterwards due to our PE teacher, but I've never seen another person do that. My dude literally broke his nose and just got up and walked it off. And honestly, I think this accounts for Beavis' personal resilience and toughness, right? Also, he's got, you know, he's good with numbers. He can make calculations in his mind that most numerical savants would shy away from in most situations, right? It doesn't matter what what the situation is. If it's got numbers involved, my dude Beezus has got it on lock. That said, another positive that Beezus has, the inner machinations of his mind are an enigma to everyone. No one knows what he's thinking. He can't be read. He can't be predicted. He's a dangerous enemy, and you know what? He's honestly an even more dangerous ally. Also,
yeah.
Most people would never think it, but Beavis has a mad dog stare that he can hit you with. And with most people, as we know from previous experience with Barone, it could be just enough to sway most people from attacking him. And that split second is what's going to give Beavis a dub. That said though, Beavis, we know, you have a natural disadvantage in water, right? My boy Beavis, he was going to join the swim team, and then he couldn't. Why? Most people thought it was because he could not swim. That's not what it is. We know my boy Beavis will melt if he enters water.
Alright.
Another con of my boy Beavis, he's a wild card. Although it is a positive, it's also a negative. No one knows what he's thinking. No one knows what he's going to do. No one's going to want to team up with him. He's too unpredictable. That said though, Beavis, moving on to the next slide, I got to give you an A+. You earned it. You made your way through, and honestly, good luck to you moving forward.
That's the stair. That's the stair.
All right. So next slide. Next up, we have Emily the Scrub Carrillo. So Emily is a musical prodigy, right? All the time you hear her playing different instruments. You hear her playing the piano, the ukulele. She played a flute once. She probably has a recorder. She played Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata on a harmonica, believe it or not. She's too good with music. And honestly, if we were to get a music-based minigame, say the final showdown came down to a rhythm-based game, I think Emily's got it on lock. We also know Emily is the winner of 7 consecutive EVO 2020. Believe it or not, not 1, not 2, not 5, 7 in a row. She won 7 EVO 2020s. When you hear something like that, your eyes can't believe it, but it was true. And you know what? It could be just enough to get her that edge. Also, Emily is absolutely ruthless, as seen when she mercilessly killed me in Among Us when I was trying to do my numbers. I was reading my numbers out loud, she was pretending to be my buddy, and then she snapped my neck. No one even realized. And you know what? She has that killing instinct within her. Alright, also, Emily has good decision making, as evidenced by all her time playing the capitalist free market game Animal Crossing. Right? In that game, you have to constantly make hard-hitting decisions like where's my fountain gonna go, where should I place my bed, and these lead to good decision making over time. And you know what? It's that kind of decision making you want in a life or death situation. That said though, Emily, we know your diet consists mainly of hot Cheetos and soda. You're lacking that balanced macronutritional diet. She could show up after eating a bag of hot Cheetos and have like an upset tummy when everyone else is out here trying to race to their death. And you know what? That's honestly going to prove to be a disadvantage, especially if we end up in a jungle and there's no hot Cheetos to be found. What are you going to eat? Also, she mains Kirby. What's up? Next slide. That's why I have to give Emily a rating of guaranteed. Guaranteed what? I'm not really sure. I just kind of put that there. Moving on. Next up, you all know him. Some of you guys love him. It's my boy Joel Scroll. Joel Scroll was the first one out of all of us to enter the workforce and keep a constant career going. You know that he's always going to work hard, not only to get those dubs, but to get that cash money bread. Alright, my dude, he be hitting me with those hard reads in Smash sometimes. I'm convinced that he has actually learned to predict the future. It's an innate ability that he has developed time and time again. And honestly, I think it's at its strongest right now, so everyone should honestly be on their guard. Also, Adrian, as we know, has an intense personality, and he is constantly calling people out. That said, he has developed his own opinions. Maybe they're wrong, maybe they're correct, but he has his opinions, he's going to stick to them. I think this has made him immune to brainwashing. My dude will never be deceived, he can see right through most people's lives.
This is facts.
Also, the dude has a +10 in charisma. We know this as in middle school, almost every girl liked him. That said, though, I am gonna have to turn that into a +5 because he did pretend to be gay. So like, that's a +5. Hey, go to sleep. All right. So he does have some cons about him as well. My dude has a primarily chicken-based diet, which could prevent him from being at 100% power because he's not getting those vitamins A through Z, right? You know, he's not getting that riboflavin. He's getting that protein, but he's not getting those carbohydrates necessary to keep the body moving, keep the energy high. Also, the dude's like 95% chicken nugget. That's primarily what he eats. I'm pretty sure that's primarily what his body's made of. Keeping all this in mind, moving on to the next slide, I gotta give my boy Joel Scroll a certified fresh rating by both the critics and the audiences everywhere. Good on you, Joel Scroll. You're keeping it fresh. All right.
I wish you was here.
It's the Eldritch Abomination, the horror, the inner machinations within someone's mind. Bob, right? Now this is a creature just flooded with eldritch knowledge. You know, knowing that which should not be known by mortal minds anywhere, and that could prove to be powerful in any scenario, right? This creature has also reached enlightenment due to sleep deprivation. We know that this creature never sleeps. It never sleeps. It can go up for 72 hours before we don't even know if it passes out. We just know that it's no longer awake, which means it's always hunting you down. You must always fear this creature. Researchers everywhere say that most people, upon seeing this image, you know, they say that they have the fear of God in their hearts. It's instilled within them, and honestly, I don't blame a lot of them. That said, though, we do know that there is some relief, some safety from this creature. It's only seen through the months of November. From February after that, we don't really know what happens to it. It just kind of disappears. This creature has been reported missing since 2016, so it might not even show up at all. Moving on to the next slide. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, moving on. I wasn't originally gonna you know, do a report on myself, as I feel like it would be a little bit unfair, but you know what? I feel like I gotta include myself. It's my boy, Bagel Buies. Now, what's Bagel's biggest strength? Well, I think it's that they're not afraid to smite jaywalkers, right? They're not afraid to smite any lawbreakers, but mainly jaywalkers, right? Just the heavenly power of the gods just being instilled within it to smite all those who break laws. And I think in a game of rules that could prove to be pretty important. We also know that Bagel has hit peak galaxy brain and can think of most plans and escapes and getaways, strategies on the spot. That's proven time and time again in different strategical games. He spends all his time playing Fire Emblem, which is how he got so big brain in the first place. It's honestly a strength of his. We also know that Bagel can essentially talk his way out of any situation.
You hate to see it.
We see this countless times and times again. We see it in the Resistance in Coop. We see it in, we saw it just the other day in Among Us when he successfully murdered Anthony but convinced everyone that someone else had murdered him. It's honestly quite incredible how powerful this ability is. He also has a +100 mental fortitude stat from constantly being gaslit by his friends and comrades. He's always stating opinions, and everyone else is just hitting him with constant gaslighting. It's honestly amazing that this man has not snapped already. That said, though, my dude is vulnerable to fruity jokes. You say a fruity joke around him, the dude will become very mad and comfortable. And honestly, this might dissuade him from attacking just long enough to get the edge over him. It's honestly a very, very large weakness of his. Also, if the dude doesn't get a good aesthetic going right off the bat, he might just lose automatically. Doesn't get a character he wants, heaven forbid he get a female character, the man he's done for.
It's over.
Also, the man spends a lot of his time talking, not enough time acting. He might get caught lacking by someone.
Shoot.
That's why I gotta give my boy Bagel a 5 on the AP test. Way to go, man. Good on you.
That's such a good picture.
Alright. So, moving on to the next slide, we have my boy Nick Adma, aka Nick, right? So my boy Nick has dedicated life and soul to Rocket League. He is unmatched in driving, right? The dude can turn his car into an actual spaceship and just fly around the battlefield. It's quite incredible watching him, especially as someone who can barely jump in the first place. But it's, you know, if we get a driving scenario game, I think honestly there's no chance of anyone beating Nick. He's too good. Also, Nick has devilish good looks that most people, they see him and like, no way a man can look that good, and then they cops him. It's honestly quite amazing. Also, the dude literally blew up buildings as his career for a short while. That's pretty cool, right? Anyways, Nick has a unique eye color, and this prevents him from blending in. Everyone, they see his eyes and they're just like, what the heck, how are that dude? Look at his eyes, they're so cool. So everyone just notices him right off the bat. Also, there's like a 50-50 shot the dude might just not even show up to the event in the first place.
I say 75-25.
The dude has, you know, he already has prior commitments. You know, the man has a full-time job. He's got he's got his lady friend to take care of. So he might just not even show up. And you know what? I don't blame him. That's why I gotta give my boy Nick a yes. Just
flip the picture upside down.
Moving on, we have final contestant, Anthony, sometimes known as the Black Guy. So Anthony, he's got the best sense of style out of all the contestants, right? So he'll always pick the best outfit for any scenario. It doesn't matter where he's going. It doesn't matter if he's going to the Arctic. It doesn't matter if he's going to Florida. The dude's always gonna have the best outfit, right? He's never gonna be caught last. Also, my dude, he's friends with basically anyone. Like you say someone's name to him, he's like, yeah, I know that guy. I'll hang out with him like on this day. So, you know, he's never gonna be alone. He's never gonna be isolated. He's always gonna have a team with him, right? He's also blessed by RNGesus himself. Have you played Smash with him? The man gets 9 almost every single game. It's quite amazing. Just how lucky this man is. Also, another thing, literally every game we played, the man's good at it. Like what is up with that? It's kind of crazy. Also, one of Anthony's crown achievements is that he's a 12-time, count him, 12-time Fall Guys champion. The man cannot be stopped. He is an immovable force, an unstoppable object.
I think it's 13 now, actually.
Honestly, I think by tomorrow that number might just double. That said, though, Anthony, you know, because he's been blessed by RNGesus, sometimes RNGesus take it, sometimes he give it. He has a karmic imbalance. You know, sometimes he's gonna hit those 9s. The other time, on his way to the actual event, the dude's gonna get hit by a car. So like,
straight up,
it's kind of like a 50-50 shot as to he might win it, or he's just gonna straight up not even make it there in the first place.
This is true.
Also, Anthony, he's prone to yeet himself.
This is accurate.
Sometimes the dude goes for some memes, he ends up getting yeeted. So that might be a possibility that everyone needs to take into account. That said, though, Anthony, I gotta give you most likely to succeed.
This is Angel's favorite picture.
The glare makes you look like you're crying.
So moving on to the next slide, you can see that is the end. Thank you all for sitting through this horrible abomination I created.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it.
You love to see it.
I will say, I've never told you guys this, but I just remembered because when you came to Beavis' slide, but when you said that he straight up broke his nose and walked away, I had also, like, you remember this, Andrew, where I ran into the pole playing soccer. I freaking cut the whole left side of my, like, or where my eye is, and I just got up and walked away.
Right after surgery, too, I believe.
Dude, we're busting eyelid open, buddies.
Oh my goodness.
Just walked away, saw the blood, and just kept going.
I should have told me that. I could have plugged that into the simulation, dude. Could have given you an advantage.
That could have given another 100,000
busted my eyelid open.
Opportunities.
Andrew might not remember this, but this was at Granite Point.
I ran into the pole.
Everyone
You know,
went to the
what I'm learning is that don't go to McKee or I mean Granite Point. You're gonna get your freaking.
Yeah, they just run into boulders.
My eyelid busted open.
Yeah.
There was blood everywhere.
You don't like that.
I am invulnerable to surgeries as I have had more than 5.
My lord. 10 out of 10 though. That was pretty good. That's not how they go find pictures from everywhere, bro.
It was very well done. I freaking loved it.
That was pretty good.
Oh.
That was.
Bro, that's up to the simulations, bro.
Dude, the
that's
ratings are
in
right
the
there.
next.
It's up to you, dude.
It's in the next PowerPoint.
Yo, but who actually won though?
Yo, but like, where's
Alright,
Bob?
The ratings are right
here's
there,
the-
dude. I literally
here's-
gave all the information out.
No, here's the
But
next
you
thing you
didn't
should
give
do.
a final victor.
Alright, here's what you should do. What you should do, Bagel, next is get like make 5 up matches up of different things and just put everybody in the simulation and see who wins, and the one who has the most wins is the one that's at the top.
Exactly. Granted, it might take a while, but like.
Oh, it would take a cool minute, but I guarantee it will be worth it.
That was pretty good, can't lie.
It was very good. I freaking loved it.
You love it.
Oh.
So, when'd you come up with this idea?
So I thought of it like earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started making the PowerPoint. I started making just the slides, but then I'm like, I need like everyone's pictures because the slides are just boring.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I think I had only created Martin. I already had like the general idea for what I was going to do for everyone, but I had only actually made Martinez a slide when I started asking for everyone's pictures.
Martinez also broke his nose in Gilbert's pool.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh,
You broke your nose.
I will compete with Barone in the water.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
True.
Dude, you don't want to compete with Bro in the water.
You don't want to compete with
I
me.
really like
do,
Andrew's
though.
picture.
You saw that one time when we went over to your house.
I didn't see squat, bro. We could have raced. We could have settled the.
Oh.
Don't say it. Dude, don't mess with Bro. He's gonna break your arm.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, bro. Big chimpin', bro. I ain't afraid.
Big chimpin'.
Pull up, bro.
Crazy.
He's gonna pull out that tree, bro, and just smack me with it. So what are we doing, Among Us?
Sure, after that, obviously.
Hey. Oh, I thought he was gonna say something else. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Among Us, here we come. Alright, let's.
Alright.
Okie dokie, alright,
Alrighty.
see you
He's
in a
telling
bit.
us this because he's never gonna come back. He heard Among Us and was like, "Eee, I gotta go."
Holy crap, my dude Adrian read through it in like 4 minutes. It took us like 45 to get through it.
Hey, but you were talking about it though.
Yeah, you
pretty
were.
consistent.
You were giving a whole demonstration, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, oh, you know, I'll read it, but like. You know.
Dude just scrolled down. He was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Freaking the Joel scrolls, dude.
Oh, that was good.
I am gonna try and get off at 12 though. Just
Oh, yeah, I'm working in the morning.
work at 7 a.m.
Yo, with that said though, is everyone good? Because I did record this. Is everyone cool if I make the video of this and save it and post it on the Discord?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Dude, I was thinking to do the same thing, but I had no idea how to.
Yeah,
like, what I should
I wanted
do.
yeah, I wanted someone to record it, but I
No worries, I got you guys. That's why